What's up, everybody? It is a beautiful, chilly Saturday afternoon. Thought it would be a good time to do a live stream, talk a little bit about what's coming down the line in Pokemon, and go through kind of the new releases. It's a good time right now because in Japan, the Battle Partners set just released, which here we're going to get in a couple months. We're going to get it as Journey Together. It's a set that's kind of like a redo of a set 20 years ago, which has trainers and their personal Pokemon, which is really, really neat. And they have some beautiful artwork in this set. So I figured we could break it down and look through and see some of what's on here. Let's see here. Let's see what we got. So March 28th. So that's when we're going to get it. We are getting quite a few boxes here, so we'll be doing an unboxing. We've got a couple of ETBs coming in, a couple of Pokemon Center ETBs. We've got at least one booster box. We're hoping to get more than that. Each booster box has 36 packs, which a lot of other games have 24, 22 packs, so 36 would be pretty cool. So let's get into it. Let's take a look at what we got. The streamers are already coming out. Everybody's already releasing a lot of images and a lot of battle partners, Japanese, all broken out, but we don't collect Japanese cards. We're not going to be opening up Japanese cards. I love the English cards, but we can get the quick snapshot of everything that's released. We can see it early. So let's see. There is a ton of cards in this set. It's much bigger than the Prismatic Evolutions, I guess. Yep, we've got 100 main cards. It's going to be released here March 28th. But the artwork in some of these cards is just fantastic. So I use a lot of PokeBeach, which is a fantastic Pokemon news website. They get a lot of stuff right away, much quicker than a lot of other outlets get. So let's see. Caterpie, Metapod, Butterfree, Paris, Parasect. Some of this art though, okay, so here's one of the special illustration rares, which I have on another tab. We'll take a look at those after. But they've already got everything broken down, everything translated to English, which is excellent because we're still not getting it for another month and a half. Everybody knows when we're looking at some of these cards that this is a Magmar, but it's nice to actually see the name, the HP, all the lore text, all the fun text down below already translated. Magmortar, Volcanion. Look at this card. That's a good looking card. Not even a full illustration rare either. Because he's still centered here in the box, but great looking card. Articuno is actually making the outer box art. They're really pushing Articuno hard. Very attractive card. I think there's probably at least two. I think there's actually 3 or 4 versions of Articuno in this set. I haven't gone through the entire set yet, and there could be little changes. For example, here we know that we are getting the enhanced booster boxes, which only us and part of the UK are getting. GameStop, Best Buy, most of our local game stores, US, Canadian Pokemon Centers, distributors. We are getting the enhanced packs, which is fantastic because we are getting special promo cards with a stamp in it, which is crazy because it's weird that like Japan's not getting the set, China's not getting the set. A bunch of the other countries are not getting the special stamped promo set. So I'm not really sure what they're doing. I don't know if they're going to come up with something new. We'll see. We'll find out. But those cards are probably going to be worth a ton of money because they're only going to be dependent on people who are getting the full booster box sets and based on location. Wailord's got 2 cards. Look at that. That is a cool drawn card. So who is this? This is Ionos. So here's a trainer Pokemon card. So there's the trainer, big from either the manga or the anime. There's her Voltorb. And what's neat about this set, so Voltorb evolves into Electrode. Most people watching this video know that already. But you can't just evolve her version of Electrode from any Voltorb. You have to have her version of Voltorb, which is really cool. That's going to make the game a little bit more complicated. It's also going to make people really need the current cards because you can't just use a Voltorb that's 20 years old, or you can't use her Voltorb and evolve it into a new age Electrode that's not hers. She's got a couple here. That's a special illustration art that we'll look at in a little bit. Joltik. Oh, Ends Joltik. Look at that. It's beautifully drawn. Mr. Mime. I've already now heard people saying that this is one of the weirdest looking Mr. Mime cards out there. Very strange. Also, we don't really know how the American packs are going to get here, but most of the packs have 10 to 12 cards, something like that. These are much smaller in Japan. I think they only have 5 or 6 cards, and you're not guaranteed a holo or a foil in every pack. So you could open 30 packs and not get a single holo. Drop rates seem good right now based on what I've seen. They don't seem fantastic, but they seem good. Let's see what else we got. Another EX. We know that EXs are coming back. I can't forget about old Avatar there. Regirock, Pancham Rockruff, Lycanroc. What else we got here? I want this. Up here. That's a little better. Weezing, Tyranitar. That's a good looking Tyranitar card. They're going like old school now with the full, drawn. They went really flashy with Prismatic. It looks like they're going a lot more just regularly drawn now, which I kind of like. A lot less flashy, a lot less computer animated, even though it is. And Zoroark. See, so you've got the trainer here with his or her personal Pokemon, which is really cool. I like that about this Battle Stars, about the Battle Partners set. Some of the sets have it, like the Team Rocket set might have their own personal, which would be really cool too. Klinklang, never been a Klinklang fan. One of those silly looking Pokemon. Hop's got a bunch of nice Pokemon in this. Corviknight, Zacian. Those of you playing the TCGP, here's our new dragon that we've been using now for a couple months, which is really just a meat shield for most of the people using them. Reshiram, which is probably going to be one of the enhanced promos that we're going to get a stamp for. Snorlax. Snorlax got to be one of the Pokemon that's in the most amount of sets. Snorlax is made like every single... Look at this. Look at how adorable he looks. And it's a strange card for this set too, because that one doesn't look completely drawn. That looks polished. That looks computer animated. That looks flashy. Really nice. The Dunsparce has once again, a holo. Everyone's favorite boring little worm. Hops Wooloo. It's a pretty card. Super Potion. Bunch of item cards here. Millions Pearl, Iris is fighting Spirit, Ruffian, Brock. So we've got the return of a couple of the trainers. We've got N, we've got Brock, we've got Hop, we've got Iris. We've got a bunch of trainers in this deck. I don't know how many trainers are going to be here. Battle Partners launched on the 24th here. Yep. That's a cool card. The kind of cards that the Motherland goes nuts for. So here are all of our special illustration arts. So we are not getting any for supporting cards like we did. So the trainers are not going to have their own full special illustration arts, it looks like. But what we will be getting is the trainers with Pokemon, which are going to be Pokemon cards, which is nice. It's not going to be trainer cards, support cards. So these are all the currently confirmed. It's probably all of them, but these are all the currently confirmed illustration arts, the illustration rares. We don't know a drop rate yet. I've watched a bunch of people pop open the Japanese packs. They seem to be flowing pretty good. They don't look like they're going to be impossible to find or very difficult to find, like Prismatic that we're finding right now, which has some garbage drop rates. Something really cool about her card, she has hollow eyes, holographic, not like hollow, like dead eyes. Oh, that's a good looking Lycanroc. See, and that looks totally different than a lot of the illustration rares we've already looked through. Wailord looks really good too. Here's that Furret again, which looks totally different than the rest. This is like a nice polished. It doesn't look hand-drawn like a lot of these other cards. Noibat, we got a lot of Noibats in Prismatic. I'm gonna kind of be happy to not see him around. Hops Wooloo, Volcanion, Lily's Clefairy with everyone. Everyone's really excited to see Lily again. I think Lily was a crowd favorite trainer. She's getting some love from this set. Really cool card. Poke Rev already opened up. I don't know. He probably cracked 3 or 4 of the booster boxes on a stream the other day. It might have even been today. He pulled 3 of these, which is not great. I wonder if they're going to have some sort of a batching issue. He also, the first one he pulled was a Salamence, which is a really cool looking card. So what makes it a special illustration rare and what makes it special is it's a full art rare. Coloring and art goes from the top to the bottom, as opposed to a lot of the cards that just have, they have a box around it. Our Fighting Spirit. I guess we do have a couple of special art trainers then. We've got at least 3, I guess. Nice to see Brock back. He looks young. Looks like Brock from pre-1996. Here are our special art, just straight up Pokemon cards. So Lily's Clefairy, and Zoroark, Hops, Zacian. Another Salamence there. Really cool looking card, which I think all these are probably going to end up being textured too, which is going to be really nice. Bellebolt, Zoroark, and a good old Spike Energy, which is really cool. So we're really excited for the set. We're probably going to end up, we'll get it at launch on that March date. Which one was that? That was March 28th. So Darrell and I will end up getting that as soon as it launches. We'll probably end up doing a stream that night. So we'll be able to break down all the boxes, the ETBs, the new dice set, the new flip coins, the new sleeves. We'll be able to take a look to see if there's any promotional, like the posters, the booklets, and then we'll start cracking. Don't know how many cards are going to be in each booster pack. That might also change how many booster packs we get, because if there's only 4 or 5 cards in each pack, we're probably going to try to pick up a couple more. But we don't have distribution like a lot of dealers and stores have. We're not quite there yet, so we have to rely on the current market. We got to rely on GameStop. We got to rely on Pokemon Center. We got to rely on basically anyone that we can get in with to try to get some of that allocation and try to get those pre-orders early. We got a lot this time. We were really fortunate. For those of you watching, if you are collecting, watch for Pokemon Center. Pokemon Center has really nice one-off products, so they're an authorized distributor, but they offer a very special ETB. I think it's probably the only ones out there other than the regular Pokemon company. All their ETBs have a Pokemon Center stamp on it. They come with usually a different promo card, definitely a stamped promo card. So like in this last set in Prismatic, you could get the regular EV and all the ETBs, which is like a $10, $14 card. The Pokemon Center version is the same card, but instead it's got a little stamp down in the bottom right. And that's like $100 card right now, or an $85 card. So that just shows how difficult it is to get and how rare they are. How Pokemon Center does it is once they sell out, that's more or less it. They don't usually come in and out of stock. They don't usually re-release or reprint. We're still kind of new to this whole thing, but I make sure that I watch Pokemon Center every day. I stay up on Poke Beach, which is a fantastic news site. To be able to track down all this info. They get a lot of the Japanese info, which is nice because I'm not up on making sure that I stay on top of the Japanese Reddits and the Pokemon news and lore for there. So that's it. That's our look at Battle Partners, which for us is going to be called Journey Together. And thanks for watching. See you guys soon.